From a distance, the forest seems calm, but within its confines is an unending struggle for survival. This peaceful protoceratops is struck down by a ferocious meat-eater. It is the Tarbosaurus, the last king in the age of the dinosaurs. 80 million years ago, the land would become the Korean Peninsula was the dinosaurs' last paradise. Thanks to a moderate climate and lush forests, there was a wide range of carnivorous and herbivorous dinosaurs. These included the Tyrannosaurus, the theropod, and clever velociraptors. Although Patch the Tarbosaurus was destined to become prince of his primeval kingdom, he hasn't led an easy life. One sibling was devoured by a velociraptor when his mother was off hunting. And his other sibling died of starvation during a period of heat and famine. In the wild of nature, only the strong and fit are able to survive, and those that survive may live to rule their domain. After a childhood filled with hardship, Patch's first hunt is a success. But that momentous occasion means it is time to leave the protection of his mother. It is time for Patch to stand on his own 2 feet and face the destiny that nature has laid out for him. The time is 80 million years ago in the Late Cretaceous Period. This is the lake in the southern reaches of the land that would eventually become Korea. A herd of towering dinosaurs gathers around the lake. Even their mundane activities are a spectacle to behold. These colossal creatures are Tyrannosaurids. These 10-meter-long creatures spend most of their day eating to maintain their 5-ton mass. They are the most prolific of all the dinosaurs in this era. The key to their prevalence is a dietary habit peculiar to these dinosaurs. Before the Cretaceous period, herbivorous dinosaurs simply swallowed leaves whole. But the Tyrannosaurus has developed hundreds of molars inside their mouth, which is shaped like a duck's beak. This evolutionary improvement enables them to chew the vegetation, allowing them to absorb more nutrients and thus be more successful at survival and breeding. But lest they overpopulate the land, nature has its own way of reining in the Tyrannosaurus. Its predators. The fearsome-looking Tarbosaurus is Patch, the king of this forest. He is now 15 years old and has grown up to be a formidable predator. He homes in on his usual target, the careless one that has wandered off from the rest of the group. When on the prowl, Patch never rushes. His opponents usually post lookouts in this vicinity. If Patch is spotted, the lookout will alert the others through a shrill noise produced by the 40-centimeter protuberance on its head. Fortunately for Patch, the lookout hasn't noticed him yet. Patch's target doesn't sense the danger nearby and instead focuses on drinking up the water. It's a golden opportunity for Patch to snatch up his next meal, one of the most dreadful carnivores to walk the earth. The other Centosaurus wailed at the sight of their friend's death. But their plaintive cries are nothing more than background noise to Patch. He is starving and needs all the nutrition he can muster now, so that he can survive the harsh, dry season that will soon be upon them. She will soon lay eggs that, with love and nurturing, will hatch into their flight baby graceful, in about 2 months. But one by one, they come in for an awkward landing. They typically live on worms and clams found in these mudflats. They have a unique way of moving on land. They may appear to be walking on their 2 webbed feet, but they're also crawling along using their 4 feet located in the middle of their wings. But somewhere far from this land, a tragedy unfolds that will seal the fate of the dinosaurs. There are signs of massive explosions that are changing the shape of the Earth's surface. The collision of the Indian subcontinent with the Asian mainland is leading to the formation of the Himalayas, discovered near the southern Korea of the crust, has caused many peaks to explode into mountains actually sounds more Korean than Latin. The dinosaurs is getting greener in the face of natural disasters like these. Amongst this emerald hue, however, a revolutionary biological event is taking place. Those that survive struggle to hold on to their nests. It is the advent of flowers. Flowers ended up playing a crucial role in the spread of broadleaf plants and grass into environments once dominated by conifers. As the flowers bloom, it is a sign that love is also in the air. The number of eggs also drops dramatically. The velociraptor is committed to making sure her offspring survive. When it's time to mate, the male Protoceratops tries to attract 2 months of care by showing off the large frill in its head. Throughout the mating season, the Tarbosaurus has been agitated and aggressive. But with his future mate, he is turned into a gentle giant. They display their interest by sniffing each other and rubbing their faces. But this budding romance is shattered by a dramatic turn of events. Another male has heard the roar of the female. He too rushes in to claim his mate. A duel is inevitable. Each is aware of the deadly arsenal the other possesses, so they hesitate to attack. Instead, they first study each other carefully. It is obvious from his scars that Patch's opponent is a veteran of quite a few fights. They are the mark of the one who has survived many a fierce battle. But his experience works against him. He gets cocky and underestimates Patch. When this would-be suitor gets distracted by the female, Patch jumps at his chance to attack. In the end, Patch's youthfulness wins over his veteran's opponent's skill. Despite the difficulties going on around her, the velociraptor has managed to bring a valuable new life into the world. In Patch's forest, signs of natural disasters are beginning to show up here as well. This peaceful area and its surroundings have been devastated. Patch and his wife produce only 2 offspring. These hatchlings, like any other newborn dinosaur, focus entirely on playing and having fun. But as they grow up, they will face more hardship than their predecessors ever imagined. For starters, they will have to endure a dry season that is becoming more severe as the climate changes. It is the Tarbosaurus that first notices the beginning of the dry season. For the past 6 months, they've been fat from the bounty around them. By instinct, they follow the scent of the rain, which will take them on a northward journey of thousands of kilometers.